Let me talk to her. I want to JC. They do. Hellcat, this is SRT. Pull up G-Wags, these three. Make a 55 dating. He want to menage with a new body. I mean, you can't with me because I came from the bottom, from the fence to the shot of rope. Yeah. Hey.
I tell her shut the fuck when I hit it. But hell, she just did. I really around with this little boo on the low. But he said I couldn't hear her. Shut up. When I drive, I'ma split my right. Had a handful of hair, I'm staring. I'm serious. She ripping off my mirror. She love to get him. She pull up on the period. I thought somebody said this your wifey, dog. Everybody don't like them all.
Hey.
I hop out the backseat just like a boss. I two-toned the Maybach, my seats Ronald Reagan. It came with a pillow. I came from the pavement. Thought somebody said I ain't made it.
What it looking like? Hello, it's a Friday night. As you can see, I already got the party started. I hope everybody got their drinks up. You already know this is a sip and vent type of vibe. It's a Friday night. We're getting closer to the we're in the month of love, I guess. The month of, confirming the love. I hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody's good. Yes. Tune in. How is everybody doing tonight? So we already know we are recapping from what we spoke about 2 weeks ago. But first and foremost, this is your girl, Ello for the people. Everybody come speak to me. Let's go. Let's sip and vent. Let's talk about what's been going on. What is our life situations? And recapping on the conversation from 2 weeks ago, because we every other week, we were speaking about, does romance still exist? So jumping into that, basically, do we have alter egos? Do we have a sexy side? Can we get into character? Can we basically project ourselves into a whole nother person? Can we bring out that person? But do we have alter egos? Can we actually, get into character? Like what is looking like? What is good? Hey, everybody tune in. I see everybody joining in. I'm just giving time for everybody to join in. Let's get in tune. I hope everybody got their wine glasses up. Yeah. Let me stop. But yes, let's get in tune. So basically, I just basically wanted to express themselves. You know what? Do alter egos do exist? Like, have you ever had a wild side of you that you never know that you had? It's always interesting because you ever felt like you were in character living more than one life? Like, have you had a secret identity or taking on more than one personality? Or that alternate personality is your alter ego. So basically, we do have personalities. Like, sometimes we can be angry, sometimes we can be sad, sometimes we could be happy. Shoot, I cry at movies. So don't think that I'm sad and whatnot, but because I cry and I get real sentimental. Hey, I'm showing. Oh, I see all the love. Thank you so much for tuning in. So for an example, do you think Spider-Man is like an alter ego? Because who is an alter ego to Peter Parker? So he's just a normal guy, day-to-day, but on a secret, basically day-to-day guy, but on a secret, he has a supernatural powers. But of course, we don't have supernatural powers. So it's just mostly an example of how he can switch up to a whole other person from day and a whole other person at night. So do we have that on ourselves? Like, I think I have an alter ego. I think we all have that side of ourselves that we don't really show to everyone. But to my understanding, when we go to work, I think that's an alter ego because I switch up into this white girl. I switch up. I don't know. I get into character to basically stay included into the wine and cheese, because I can have it for myself. I don't even know sometimes how people be like, you have like an accent. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't think I have an accent. I think, I don't think New York has an accent, but it seems to every time out here in PA, they seem to know that I'm a New Yorker. So it's like we do have a certain side of ourselves. Like we have our Latinas that we come out in Spanish. And we tend to, we have those men that like to hear that Spanish, that Latina flavor in the so we have that side that we can turn ourselves into a whole character. So I feel like on our day-to-day lives, I think that we live as a character. We go out, we come home and we be moms, and that's basically a character, because we have to basically set this tone that we're not your friend to our children, that we basically have to set demands, get discipline and stuff like that, and set structure and things like that. So that is a character. We're in mommy mode. Then we have, the girlfriends, we tend to, in this day and age, we're so confused between girlfriend and boyfriend, because it's like we have girlfriend and boyfriends that end up being so long with each other that it's like you end up married and not even by paper. It's like so many years together. That's your husband, period. So it's just like, so boom, we get into character to love our partner. We want to get sexy. We want to get sentimental. Hey, Thea, we want to get sentimental and stuff like that. So it's like, we tend to, what's your alter ego, Theo? What is your alter ego? Let me see. What kind of, we turn into that salsa man? You know what I'm saying? We get in tune. So that's all I want you guys to share. How do you guys get into your formation, into character with your loved one? Love you too. How do you get into character with your loved one? Like, how do you set the mood and whatnot? Do you become Tito Puente overnight? Like, do you turn into this salsero at night to spice it up? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get into detail, because I don't want to know all the details. But then again, I think the viewers do. But yes, what is that side that you have that you guys express? Like, don't get me wrong, I get into my little salsa mode, and all of a sudden that Latina comes out, and it feels like you're in the islands. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? Which I've never been in the islands, so it's like, it's hard to imagine, you just have to vision it. At times you just have to use your imagination. It's crazy. But that's what leads into your alter ego, your imagination. Like, what are some aspects and in situations that you tend to basically express? Sometimes we need that confidence to express that person that give us that fear. It's like, you have artists today that when they go on stage and they get into formation and they get into performing, that's like their alter ego comes out, that gives them that courage, that gives them that push, that boost. Like, yes, we're going to get through tonight. We're going to perform a hell of a show. So what is your alter ego that basically gives you that boost, that gives you that motivation? How do you get into that salsa mode when you start performing? How do you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know. How do you get into that serious mode that, like, nothing fears you? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, so I know I used to be a performer, so that was like a nervous thing. I think, for my Theo Express, I think when I arrive where I'm performing, I get into their alter ego. So what is that? Do you get into like Tito Puentes? Do you get into Mark Anthony? Like, it's like you always have that person that you can relate, that gives you that boost. Like, you know how some females be like, I'm Beyonce, so you feel like you're the diva in the world. So you feel like you the ish, you that bitch for that moment. I swear, everything I love. Then we have our girls sometimes that be going to prom. It's like you get that boost. Like, so what is your alter ego that gives you that boost, that gives you that motivation to, that nothing fears you? There's nothing, everything that happens in front of you is not going to stop you from what your goal is. But as well, ladies, as we entering the, spicing it up for your men, what is your alter ego? Do you get into, like, some people probably get into Marilyn Monroe. Some probably, you know what I'm saying? Some probably getting real sexy and diva-ish like that. Don't get me wrong, old school. This is why I love back in the days flavor, because they used to have those beautiful corset dresses. Like, I wish we were still back in those times. Like, those were the times. Like, when you had to, like, even wear a dress just to go to dinner, like, those were like, you had to get dressed, like, go freshen up for dinner. Like, so those times were the ish. So at times you get into those vibes. Like some people get a little skeptical when they get a little vampire-ish. They like to spice it up into the wilderness. Like, I don't know, like it gets real crazy. Some people like to dress up. Some people like to role play. And I think role play is fun. People need to experience that kind of vibe. I think spice it up the relationship to get into new things. And that's what I like to get into. I like to try new things, especially, of course, if you're comfortable with your partner and you feel like you guys are capable of doing all the crazy things. Like I feel like when you get into that stage, when you get into that momentum, I feel like that's when you can actually be yourself. And that's us women. We definitely need to be confident with ourselves. If we choose the man in our lives that are going to accept us for who we are, from what we've spoken about acceptance, we have to accept who we are and feel comfortable that we can embrace ourselves. And that's what basically bringing another side of ourselves that we don't share with everyone. So that's what makes our alter ego kind of special, don't you think? Like it of course, being professional, not because I could get a little ratchet sometimes. I could get maybe a little too ghetto, and maybe my lingo and my mouth sometimes I can't control that. Sometimes we just can't control that. But it's just the fact of we have so many different personalities. Like sometimes people be like, oh girl, why you angry now? And you was just happy a few minutes ago. It's just a sense of the vibe that we have within the scenery. So that's why when it comes to having in the scenery and you have a romantic vibe, when you have candle lights everywhere, I love stuff like that. Like when you have candle lights everywhere, when there's probably rose petals, flickering, that brings that energy. Like, bitch, you want to get sexy. Like you want to get crazy right now. So that's the type of vibe. Like, do you get comfortable enough to bring that side of you? Like, how long does it take for that side of you to come out? So I have a comment here that says, that fear went always a long time ago. I walk into a room, but I am myself. My motivation is making the room groove. Yes, we had to get the vibe going. Walking into a room, I just walk in with confidence. Also confidence. Had my bands will rock out. Confidence, my band. Absolutely. He said confidence that his band will rock out. So of course, as long as you project that energy, that energy will follow. But once again, we always have like that inner body strength that is just like, how we have the devil and the angel talking to us. So it's just like, who are we listening to? And sometimes the devil is just that rough ego that you don't really project every time. It's just when the energy is right, you feel comfortable with your surroundings. Yes, just be yourself. Yes, bring it all out. That's what we want to show. We want to show everything, bring it all out. But some people have that fear because some people are not confident enough. Some people feel like they might get judged for whatever they like. Some people have, some people have their fetishes. Like, that's what I'm saying when it comes to like role play. Not a lot of people like to express that because they feel like, ooh, I'm gonna get embarrassed, or ooh, you got people that like dressing up like a freaking cow or a cat, or I don't know, but they do some crazy stuff. But you're not here to judge, because if you build a partner with somebody to feel that confidence and that partner is willing to let you be yourself and love you for you, why not bring that shit out? Like, why not? We literally have to sip to that. We have to sip to that. Let's motivate ourselves to be ourselves and be confident. Like how my Theo said, you have to be confident with yourself. That's the only way you're going to find it. That's the only way. So salute to you on that. Salute to you. You got that one, Theo. You definitely do. And it's hard for men. It's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard for men to actually project that inner confidence because they want to feel big and bad and strong. And us females, we tend to get a little more vulnerable. We tend to get a little more emotional. So that's why we kind of take those type of things a little more seriously. But you can't blame us as women. I think we're built that way. I think we're emotionally built that way because that's what makes us exciting. So don't even get it twisted. Don't even get it twisted. It gets us going and motivated. So why not? Why not give that energy? Why not project that energy? But it really does exist. Like alter egos really does exist. Because in many cases, as Well, of course, we don't have superpowers, but in many cases, the characters are in control of their alter egos, which is us. We are in control of what we project. So we are in control of, if I want to act like a 5-year-old, I'm in control of acting like a 5-year-old. I'm gonna act like I need a bottle. That's once again, the alter egos can also once again be fetishes. Can be fetishes of what we like to do. Like you have people that love feet, you have people that love sucking fingers and stuff like that. So it's like that is also an alter ego. That person likes to be a dog at night. Who knows? But it's just things that we can actually do. Okay, somebody likes to role play. I could dig that. I could dig that. What you doing? You playing Santa Claus? Like what you be doing? What you be doing? What you be doing? I want to know. You be coming out with the horns, huh? You be like a little bulldog. I love it. I love it. Yes. Tell me. Give me the juice. Give me the tea. I love it. As much as I would share, I want you guys to share as well, because it gets interesting. We get to see new things and what people would like and to express themselves. And that's where I want to project. Don't be scared to express what you like. If you want people to know and you feel confident with yourself, you should not be scared. You should not be scared to basically love yourself. That's basically loving yourself. But in many cases, that the focus is more in the physiological aspects of an alter ego. You may not even know that you might have. So at times, our alter egos surprise us. So it is crazy. So as it been said, I've done it before. My ex and I decided to meet at a bar. Like we didn't know each other. The role play the entire night. That is nice. I like that. Has anybody ever tried to play like you guys never known each other and you like to basically do the first time meet type of play, and basically replaying how you guys met? That is exciting. I love that. See, they need to have more men like you that, that love that. See, that's romance right there, guys. I love it. Yes. Shout outs to you. Yeah, you let the men know how to act. you show them how to act. But yes, man, that is something. See, that's nice. I like that. That's time and thought out. And that's what makes it more meaningful. That's what makes things more exciting. And it spices the relationship up. When you do things like that, you're basically thinking outside of the box and you're trying new things. And that's what that puts that basically puts another perspective on you and in the eyes of your female, because your female, for you to even think to even participate, that is the effort of wanting to do something outside the box. That is something that basically that will put you in a different light. I mean, that would definitely give you points, like pointer, because once again, it's very unlikely for men to do that. So for that to come off, and a female would see that, and it's like the effort that was put in to even have that done. It's just like, damn, he thought about this. Like he actually, he thought about this. And once again, like once you see that man is participating, it puts the person into another light, and that's what makes the relationship so worth fighting for. That was lovable. That was beautiful. Salute to you for being romantic. That's what I'm talking about. But we need to definitely project that a little more. But us females, don't get under the table now, because we need to do the same things for our men. And like I said, I love doing things that I can actually put time into, I can actually put effort into. So that's what I'm saying. So when you want to go ahead and, dress a little sexy and get into that, that mamacita at night, or, get into that diva at night. So this is the type of things that we got to put time and effort to. And like I said, to spice things up a little bit. In this day and age, we are so confused on what we should show love to, that's why half of the people don't even know how to love. And it's sad, because how all our kids are now growing up, and it's just hard to not let them basically direct them into the wrong direction. It's hard to project on what we call love and how should men treat women and vice versa. And it's just like, what should be the purpose on when building a relationship with someone, or what are the priorities that you need to look out for when trying to build a relationship. And I'm learning that once again. I only speak because I'm learning that myself. Unfortunately, I didn't have that male figure in my life to teach me when it comes to men. So that I basically learned when it came to men, like towards the street and what I seen and what I witnessed. And like I said, we have so many different sides of us that today, in this day and age, we're so confused on what we should focus on. And that is a big issue. That is a big issue. And that's why some people, relationships don't last. And that's why, once again, relationships I feel like, to me, in my opinion, I feel like relationships don't last because time is not put into it. Effort is not put into it. Everything is always related with, you have relationships that don't even go on dates no more. Like that is not meaningful no more. And it doesn't have to be an exquisite restaurant, or like, cause for all that, I could give you in a crib and you have a 5-star meal. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't really nothing. And you ain't got to spend as much as you spend. Cause I'm not a money person. I'm not a materialistic. I don't look for things like that. Like, I look for personality. I look for character. I look for goals. I look for what are your potential doing? Like, what is your purpose here in this earth? So those are the things that I look for. And it's very unlikely to have that out here in this day and age. And we need to fix that, because only the people can change what the people are projecting. And when it comes to like showing love and showing compassion, and that's where, from my experience of what I've dealt with and what I've learned to grow, is we need to put time. That's why we we should be friends and we should get to know each other. Yes, get to know each other. We need to come back into, I want to know what's your favorite color. I want to know what you love to eat. Like, we need to get back into them 21 questions so we can actually put time and effort and know your individual, because it's hard to, okay, that's my man for like 9 years, but yet again, you still don't even know what he like. You don't even know his favorite food. Because once again, you didn't take time to want to know. So it's like, how can I be myself when I don't even feel comfortable being around you? Like, I can't show my 100% because I don't know how you're going to come at me. I don't know whether you're going to judge me. I don't know if you're going to still love me if that were to happen. So it's like, it's hard that when you're in a relationship, you still have to question the love that you said you have, that it should be bluntly on top of the table. So that's why we need to definitely work harder in trying to, realize what we really want in life. And if in life we're supposed to end up with a pair, get married, have children, however that is supposed to go, because in reality, we're not supposed to die alone. I mean, we end up, of course, in the ground alone, but we're not supposed to die alone. You're supposed to, build family, growth. Not every time family is for everyone, but once again, you still live with a purpose, and you still want to love someone as much as you want someone to love you. But once again, we always need to make sure that we know how to love ourselves and know how to be comfortable with ourselves and be comfortable in our skin and be able that we can still be ourselves, no matter who are we with or who we want to build that life with. So if I'm going to basically put myself in a situation where I want to build with someone, then by all means, I'm going to take the time and effort that I want to get to know them, and I'm going to pursue that. Now, if you see that individual is not pursuing you and is not asking questions and to want to get to know you deeper than what society already knows, then you know that you're just a regular person, just like everybody else, that want to waste your time and just basically not into what you're trying to get into. So that's why that person would not be deserving to your alter ego. This is what I'm saying. Like, that's something that should be special. That's something that should be, you know what I'm saying? It should be deserving. To me, my opinion, because you're not supposed to just project that to everybody. That is sacred, just like how your virginity is, just like how your body is in general. That is, so it's just like, so you want to give that to someone. Once again, that person is deserving. That person wants to be with you. That person, you took time to get to know that person. You took time to feel comfortable. That person knows your flaws. That person knows that you got a bump in the bottom of your thigh. Like, so those are the you know what I'm saying, how deep you want to get into it. And that's why I'm saying, like, we need to project that kind of love more. Like, in today's society, it is so fucked up. But we need to show that we can definitely project that side to our men, the same way our men should do it to our females, and stop being so damn sensitive. It's crazy how men can be sensitive and be so much in denial about it. Like, it is so crazy. I mean, females too, but I think we definitely show that emotion and we show that passion. And when we are definitely devoted into something, I know females, I mean, I can relate to a lot of females that are very passionate about what they do. They're very passionate about who they love. They're very passionate about who they trust. So it's, you know, you, once again, it's that sense of that sense of confidence that we build and we project on each other. And once again, the effort that you put into building that title, whether it's a friend, whether it's a best friend, whether it's a boyfriend, whether it's a husband, whether it's a mother, an uncle, aunt, however, you know that you took time and effort to build that relationship with that person. And that's why we can basically, you know, be ourselves and get light and, you know, and just basically shine bright to what we already established. So that's why, you know, we need to definitely project more love. Like, we need to definitely set the tone that love is still out there and we can still be sexy and we can still be ourselves. And, you know, we deserve to be respected. And that's one thing as well. When we show our alter ego, when we basically, we got comfortable with somebody, does that somebody really appreciate that? So did that somebody really, because that, once again, being passionate and showing a romantic evening, that takes time and effort. So did you waste your time in putting all that, getting sexy, buying lingerie, however you want to project the scene, getting the mood right? You took all that time and effort. Does that person really validate what you just did? Does that person really love what you just did? Can that person really show you that they appreciate what you just did? So it's just like, and once again, it's vice versa. It's vice versa. But I'm the type that, like I said, I have an old school soul. So I'm the type to want to be romantic. I'm the type to want to show that kind of love. I'm the type that, you know, it doesn't really take money. It doesn't take money to express how you feel about somebody. That's why in this day and age, we're so caught up with making sure that you got the Louis bag, making sure you got a Birkin. You got these kids growing up, and that's the priority. That's what we need to look out for now. So it's like, what tone are we setting? What, like, what happened with rose petals on the ground? What happened with candle lights? What happened with, the bubble baths and shit, even showers, you know what I'm saying? So what happened to all that kind of love, romantic evening? You know, it's just like, it's not there anymore. Like, what happened with, like, I was discussing with one of my viewers, I was like, with role playing definitely will always spice up a romantic evening. But it's the fact of, does that person have that mentality? Can that person be open-minded to want to try new things? You know what I'm saying? So at times when that person doesn't want to put that effort into, because they just used to and comfortable for whatever it is. And that's not cool, because you get bored and it's just like, you get the same old feeling like, oh, we're doing the same old things. And it's just like, it's just not there no more. But then once again, you get men today that don't even want to put time and effort. They just want to drink, smoke, and bang. And bang, bang, bang. And that's it, call it a night. But it's just like, no, we need to definitely project another scene. We need to definitely, show each other. And what I mean by each other is men and females, because once again, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. But if I'm the type of person that I like to project that kind of flavor, I would want that flavor in return. Like, so I'm going to definitely look for somebody that I'm a match with that basically that is the same vibe as me, that is just, as wild and spicy and hot, and you know what I'm saying? So this is the type of things that we like, and so we want to, have the same kind of vibe. But it's just like, is that really out there anymore? Like, from what I'm seeing and how everything is going around when it comes to social media. Now everything is now social media. So it's like, do we really still have that effort among relationships? Do we still put that type of time in our relationships, depending on how busy our lives are? Because once again, we work, we have businesses, we do what we got to do as mothers, because we still got to be parents. And that's one thing also that can definitely affect a relationship, that I can honestly say, because I wasn't able, being a mother, I wasn't able to have that energy anymore. Excuse me, that energy anymore to, spice things up. Like it was, I was more stressed out in life. I was more stressed out in, maintaining my home. I was more stressed out. So yes, that spice, that alter ego tends to shut down. Like that bitch ain't coming out. I'm too tired. Like it's like that, and it's so hard because yes, it does affect a relationship. Oh my god, it affects so much, and it's just like you don't have time for this anymore. You don't have time for that anymore. So that's why, like, you know what I'm saying. This is why when we do, and then when I do get into a relationship, when the time is right, and God protects that sign, like, yeah, that's the man of your life, like he just keeps coming around for a reason. So when that time comes, you know what I'm saying, I understand where I would go with it. Like I would learn from my mistakes, and I would definitely take more time into trying to fit it in my schedule. But right now, it's just like, it is so hard. So it's just like mentally, and you don't want to get too emotional as well. So you tend to you tend to lose that. You tend to lose that. So it's just like, but in this day and age, you have so many different personalities and so many different like mindsets now. It's just like people are not focused on what love is really about. People are not, you have, and once again, it's both ways, because you have females that be like, Ma, like, it's that time to settle down. Like, stop with your games. Like, get yourself a boyfriend. Like, I'll be saying, get yourself a boyfriend. Like, for real. Like, so even though, once again, we don't live our lives as men, you know what I'm saying? And our women with our women, and our, shout outs to LGBT community, that in reality, I feel like lesbians and gays, they show more passionate love, and they show more than us, neutral ones, like, because I feel like that it's just more emotional. It's just more emotional, especially dealing with women and women. I don't even know how that copes, because the fighting gotta be crazy. But once again, it's a sign of us that we project when we're comfortable. And I feel like having different personalities, it spices things up. I feel like we have it among each other, and that into our daily lives as how we should. And sometimes it's hard to have that comfortable self. It's hard to not be judged and to not be talked about. Or when things don't work out, you get screwed for it. And he'd be like, oh yeah, she's the type, she want to suck my toes. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Not me. No, not me. But I'm just saying, I'm giving that example on how a person can definitely feel humiliated or feel embarrassed when they try to be themselves and they project that side that they like. And people like that. Like, people like that little, that spicy taste. And you got men out there that's curious as fuck, but they are straight as a motherfucker. So it's just like, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. But yet, so it's just like, it doesn't matter. You should do as you please and do what you want. And if it's for your liking, by all means, continue to do that. Just because one person didn't like the taste that you was tasting doesn't mean that the next person won't. So I feel like people shouldn't stop being themselves and continue that role playing, spice that relationship, keep it pushing, because we need that. I feel like relationships need that. Relationships nowadays are so standstill, and that's where people try to explore that temporary love, that temporary feeling, that temporary alter ego that comes out and then want to get back into normal. No, we should always focus that alter ego, that sexy side, that diva side, that hot, that spicy. Focus that onto one individual, because remember, we should always value our alter egos as also special. Even though that could be the most devilish, even though that could, it could get you into trouble. But understand that sometimes the alter egos can benefit us, and sometimes the alter egos can definitely be our definitely, what can I say? How can I say it? It could be our downfall. Should I say that? Yeah, it could definitely be our downfall, because some people have alter egos where they feel good being a criminal. Like some people have alter egos where they love to steal, and they love to, we even have some alter egos where they love to play a scene in a movie of a rapist and a robber and of a gang member or in a mob or whatever the case. Sometimes that can be our downfall. So I'm not speaking on that kind of alter ego, but then again, it also relates into a personality that can come out whenever, or should I say whenever a person is angry, or whenever they get into that feeling. Some people get their alter egos out when they're within alcohol. You'd be like, yo, bro, you cannot drink no more because you turn into this crazy ass individual that we can't tolerate no more. So it could definitely be a downfall, and then it could be a benefit, because you have that alter ego where you get into a character and you become a badass businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways. But then again, you also have that alter ego that when you are with your man and when you're with your woman, and y'all get a couple drinks in y'all systems, and y'all basically y'all forget where you're at. It be like that. It be like that. Like, yo, like you forgot that you was in the restaurant, all of a sudden you end up in the bathroom. Like, you know what I'm saying, with your man. But once again, that should only happen if, you know what I'm saying, that's your husband. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing that boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, because it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. If that's not your husband and y'all just trying to spice up your relationship, by all means, do whatever, keeps y'all relationship interesting going. Because why? Because what she won't do, another person will, and you wouldn't want that to happen. So if you have that moment of time, you know what I'm saying, that somebody babysitting your kids or whatever, you got the auntie, you got the grandma babysitting your kids, and y'all want to spice things up when y'all out and free for the moment, by all means, get in tune. So it's just like you always wanna basically keep it spicy, keep it going. So I basically try to that's the thing. Like I don't understand why people are not like that anymore. Like, I don't understand. So I see you got somebody that want to tune in. Let's see. Who's in? Who's in with us? Who's in with us? Who won't smoke with us? Who won't smoke with us? I swear to God, my son is like interested in that song. I swear to God. It's like, don't. Who the fuck is that? So it just be crazy. I love it because he just be bugging out all by himself. But yes, so let's tune in. You gotta excuse the weather and all that stuff is basically messing up the reception. I mean, as long as we are still live and direct, we're still good and going. But whenever you pop up, my love, you will pop up. Because I already got you in, and it's saying that we got some. Can I hear you? Oh, we got disconnected. The services got disconnected. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you come back though. But yes, so it's just like we gotta when you have that moment of time and that freedom with your partner, with your husband, I feel like that is more it's more deserving in that aspect. I feel like but don't do that. Don't do stuff like that with your it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It is not worth it. Because I feel like some things like that is deserving. Things like that, if you wanna, if you wanna spice things up with somebody and your partner, listen, excuse me, it's deserving. I feel like certain things are deserving and need to be put into a pedestal where you need to earn this type of love. You need to earn it. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. I'm trying to add you, boo. But I don't see your face though.
Why not?
Let's go. Let's go. Get in tune. Get in tune.
Can you hear me?
Hey, hey, hey. So we have basically joining us. I just don't hear you, my love. And I don't want to get the name wrong either. Sha?
It's Charlene. Where's
Oh,
my phone?
it disconnected. It disconnected. I'm not sure if your reception is acting out, but you're losing connection, my love. I'm so sorry that that's happening. I want to know what you got to say. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. Let's give it some time. Oh man, I don't see you. Oh, but she's not coming on my screen. I see you, boo. I see you, but it's not coming on my screen. So I got my girl Lisa that's trying to get tuned in, and you know we gotta always let her opinions float. We always gotta hear her out. But what's up? Let me see if I can remove you, and then I'm gonna add you back in. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me try one more time. Why? What is going on? Well, my girl Lisa trying to tune in. You know she always got something to say, and you know I always love to hear what she got to say. I always love to hear what she got to say. But I see. So as while she's basically trying to log in, damn, she's trying to get in. But yes, like I was saying, so things like that definitely got to be deserving. Like it, I feel like certain things us women should never always give our all to everyone because then what is there left? If you gave it all away, what is there left? I'll leave things into mystery. Like for real. We all have our purpose and we all have just give it all because we want to keep things into like, okay, I didn't know you could do that type of vibe. Like, yeah, I know your ass did. I just feel like today was a good day, so why not? Today you treated me nice, or I'm just in that mood. But it shouldn't always have to, be projected all the time because we always want to keep things spiced up. We always want to keep things going. And that's just basically what we should hold ourselves accountable for. We should always be strong with ourselves and we should always feel like we have something to hold. We want to feel powerful. My girl Lisa is trying to tune in and it is just like difficult I am so sorry, guys. I basically lost reception. The area is definitely, especially with all the rain that we've been getting. So I do apologize. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I just definitely lost reception with all the rain and everything going on. It is so difficult to get reception. I literally just closed me out. Like, that is
Can you hear me now?
insane. Like, that is so crazy. I don't know what's going on. But to get hang on with me, this is why live and direct. We gotta have it live and direct because I mean, ain't no other way of getting it. Ain't no other way. But my girl is still trying to get tuned in, and we're having technical difficulties. This is crazy. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. It is so crazy.
Yes.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Let me get out. Let me get out. Yes. So, boom. Hi, girl. Yes. My laptop is retarded.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I could definitely hear you. I think it was my laptop. I think it was my laptop. So hey, so since I have you, you guys, this is my girl Lisa. You know, like I told you guys before, I love to hear her opinions, and I love to, have her talk to you guys because she speaks her mind. She has no filter. So tell me, Lisa, who's your alter ego? Because I know your bitch ass love fucking Marilyn Monroe. So,
yeah, but my alter ego, her name is Juicy, Mija.
Oh, she got that wop. She got that wop.
It was funny. One time me and Peter were playing around and we came up with an alter ego names, right? And Juicy came way like back when we was only like 2 years into our relationship.
Okay.
And I was like, my name is Juicy, and I'm not gonna go into that one, but and then it came out WAP, and then my daughters were the one who introduced me to WAP because you know how I am with Cardi B, and yep, that's my song.
What happened? They're hard of hearing your stuff. That's why.
Who's nobody hearing me? I just asked for a beer. I need bartender.
Let's go. Get it tuned. Get it tuned. You know the assignment. Okay, so Miss Juicy, because the name speaks for itself, honey bun. The name speaks for itself. So please tell me, when you get into a Juicy character mode, who does she have an accent?
I don't think she do.
Are you the type to like to feel like London or
I don't have to London at freaking accent. Let me trying to get me to do them and I can't do them.
I know, I always joke around with her and I'd be like that. But I'm not gonna lie, that spice stuff up too, because you never know. You feel like you're dating a foreign chick, you know what I mean?
If you could do the accent, yeah, be spicy.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
It's so bad.
Darling, please.
But I'm on. So catch me up. What was you talking about?
Well, no, I was talking about when we show our sexy side to ourselves. I feel like when we show our alter egos, it should be special. It should be earned. It's not something that should be given. But in reality, when it comes to our married couples, because I feel like a boyfriend and girlfriend shouldn't be doing bathroom trips and stuff like that in the movie theaters. Like, it's not worth it. They're not deserving of that. It's not spicing up nothing. That's something that he can project to somebody else. When you're married, it's a different commitment.
Unless I don't think you could really say just because you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you can't show your alter ego. If you're feeling them to the point where you can see something in that relationship, then show it. Because my alter ego, you might get scared of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's to say that you're gonna be like, yo, whoa, girl?
No, we have different personalities, though.
Sometimes you gotta let it go to see if they're willing to stay with it. If if you wait to the last minute, let's say it gets to the point where you're together 10, 12 years, and then you decide that you're going to show that alter ego, you might scare him away after 10 years.
But that's what I'm saying. See, things like that, like I said, when it's related to like having years on it and you guys are just not legitimate on paper,
but I think
it's a different ballgame.
Like after a year of being together, I'm gonna have to show you my alter ego for the simple fact that you gotta love me. You know what I mean? You gotta
but once again, you took time and effort to be comfortable. This is what I'm saying. You said you waited a whole year. I'm sure he done earned those privileges that you want to show that side because you got comfortable with yourself.
I waited a whole year. I didn't say I waited a whole year. Hello, we didn't make it 12 years, but I waited a whole year.
She's like guilty.
You said that you don't think that boyfriend material should get that alter ego, but
I think like that it should be earned. It should be earned that side, like, because why? What are you spicing up if you're still getting to know each other?
But I could show you half of my alter ego. I don't gotta show you the full thing. I could show you a little pinch and be like, all right, let me see.
Keep it spicy. Like, oh yeah, what you look out for? Like, yo, I never knew you could do that. I know you did it.
Even if the relationship goes to shit, it's just gonna be no matter what, nigga. When you go to the next bitch, you still gonna be thinking about this bitch. Ching.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
You liked it that much.
But I just, but like I said, like when it comes to like things like if you want to, you basically went on a date with your husband and you took a break with your kids. And I feel like you should, when you want to show that alter ego of being teenagers again, like, and doing, you know what I'm saying? That's not
that was his alter ego.
Yo, Peter!
I'm on live, babe.
How you gonna do that to her, yo? He said no man gonna like her. Fucking all that hot shit.
Like, ain't no man gonna like her. Ain't no man
talk all that hot shit. Talk all that alter ego shit. Until they show that ass.
Stupid. That's why I'm sitting down.
Peter, make us stand up. Make us stand up. Nah, chill. You probably got boom booms on. Chill. Nah, remember, we working from the waist up. We're working from the waist up. But I love it. So I want you to tell me, you don't gotta get so much into detail, but tell me one of your spiciest moments that you showed Peter your alter ego side. Like, when was the most memorable moment that you was like, yeah, we're gonna remember this forever? Like, are you matter of fact, before we even get to that full question, because my uncle actually brought it out there when it comes to role playing.
It was a different side of you.
Peter, who you turning to? Peter? Who you turning to? Derek Jeter?
I said it was the day that we went to the hotel. He said, no, it was the first time. What was that? We was like 2 years in. We was 2 years into our relationship, and he shook me up, right? And I went psycho on this nigga, and he was like, that was that moment that, that when they white shit, that's that moment he knew he fucked up. It was one of those moments.
But I want to know one of your romantic moments.
I say the hotel.
Okay. And
it was the hotel. I did some shit that in my mind I would never do, and it was like he did one of these like.
Excuse me, the walls don't care now.
With my kids, I'd be like, oh, the kids, so we get, I tell you all the time, like, we do our getaways so that, my alter ego can come out.
Yeah, so you're more comfortable. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. You got to shout out to the mothers that take that time for their husbands, that, that put in that effort to keep the relationship spicy. This is what I'm saying. We have to remind our females that we need to do these things as well as men, because Peter, you need to also be romantic and show that side of that papi chulo that she fell in love with 12 years ago. I want to know though. Peter has to speak for the men. Who's his alter ego? Who comes out?
Babe, what's your alter ego name again? Remember when we was talking and I was like, Sir fucks a lot. Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he did. I don't even want to get into detail on why that name took the place.
He said he put his sword and his shield down, so now he's just fuck.
Yo, I can't, but I love it. I love it. You fell in love with that man. You fell in love, but I love it. But you see, so have you ever taken time? Would you ever be curious enough to basically get into role play and actually wear costumes?
Yeah, I want to.
So you've never done that before?
Like role playing, I could get a wig so you can have a new bitch every day, you know?
Shasha!
Oh,
that's all you girl.
He said he wants a dirty whore.
Listen! You can't judge his fetish, Lisa. You have to support it. So if he want a boota at night, give him a boota at night. I don't understand how.
Pineapples. I'm scared. Pineapples.
I can't.
I pulled it hard. I messed up the hookah.
You see, that's what happens with you. She's so rough with it, girl. You're so rough with it. But that's amazing. So you ever see yourself dressing up like a little kitty? Or
no, he got his own somewhere around there.
I want to see you with a blonde wig and real lipstick.
I used to have blonde hair, so it's nothing. That's not gonna be something new to him. I used to have blonde. It's
gonna be new when you wear a white dress looking like Marilyn Monroe. That would be cute with some red bottoms.
He said. I wish you could hear him, but you don't want to get on camera.
I don't understand why he don't want to get on camera.
He says he wants a bitch with purple hair. Excuse me, what you said? A bitch with purple hair that he could smack around and just spit her mouth a couple times.
Oh my God! I can't.
If you have niggas on here, they're like, yeah.
I could imagine. You see, at least I had another male viewer who was my uncle, but at least he was representing the romantic men. This one over here wants to live the wild life, thinking he's coming out of a strip club.
No, he's just real. Let's really be honest. He just says shit other than want to say.
You know that's the crazy part, yeah. Because a lot of people be like, "Nigga, you don't sound like a hoe. You want to be a hoe with your wife? Be a hoe with your wife. Nobody said for you to." It is what it is. Once again, it's the role play. It's the scene that you create. So if you created that scene to look like a strip club because you want your bitch dancing in a pole.
What the fuck is that? ATM, bitch?
What? Peter, what are you talking about? Your imaginary mind.
What the fuck? You ain't going in my eyes and put it in my mouth. I'm sorry. I don't do that. Never. I don't give a fuck. You're never getting that bitch here. I'm sorry. You're never getting.
Wait, hold up. You talking about a porn star?
No, he said ass to mouth. Like you put it in a girl's ass and then you put it in her mouth. Got doodle breath now.
Oh my! Ew!
You gonna be like, bitch, you was eating shitty-os?
Bitch, you the one tasting it.
No, I'm not.
But you it tasted like Cheerios. You must know.
That's exciting.
Yo, I cannot, yo.
Because
but as you see, you guys, you see that crazy relationship.
Shit is biohazard.
How you gonna have shit in your ass, nigga? Take a shit the day right before.
It's still going in your ass. Like, that's just...
You don't get shit on you. You only get shit on your dick when you eat and then try to clean your butt.
Pineapples.
Yeah.
That's not even a conversation.
Bro, you got too detailed into it, nigga. I literally said don't get into detail, and he went thorough. He said the only way you get in it, you eat.
No, at ATM, she know what it is. Fuck. I'm done with you. No.
Yo, I can't. Let me get back, yo. My light keep turning off.
He said, you from New York. He from New York. He know them niggas do that shit with their Timbs on.
I mean, he ain't never lied though. Like,
she said you ain't even lie.
He ain't never lie, especially them chicks that like to do them shits in the park.
Wait,
but anywho, once again, we just love their relationship and love their way of being, basically to spice things up. As you can see, they can talk freely among anything. They can basically speak their mind, and this is why I love it. I love it because once again, they're comfortable within themselves and they're comfortable to express their relationship openly, and that is just. We need more relationships like that, people. They lasted 12 years and they're not even legally married, but just to still have that spice and that spark and to still love each other in the most roughest way, because at times I'll be thinking them niggas is mad at each other. And I'll be like, okay, that's just how they talk. Like, that's just the relationship they have among each other.
That's
but
I'm like, you know if we mad at each other, because trust me, it'll come out.
They don't talk. They don't talk. They try to avoid each other, but it's just so fucking hard. They just can't do it. They just can't do it. But it's beautiful that you guys can still speak up and you let yourself bring that other side of you out. He basically let you be that comfortable with yourself and have that confidence to let that side of you out. And that's beautiful, because some people be shy about it. Like, I don't know how he's gonna think of me, or I don't know, because you have some women that are some nasty ass bitches, but then you have men that can't relate to that. They don't even know that. They're so modern and basic that they like, I ain't trying to, you trying to like what? You trying to do what? You have men that are spicy too and like shit in areas that you might think they're gay, but in reality they're not. So it's just like, it's what you do and what you like to do in a private setting. But it's one thing not to be judged and be talked about, especially if things weren't to work out. And that's where I come in, where things need to be deserving, and you don't express all that to everyone that you don't feel 100% comfortable with, because you don't want that shit to backfire and hit that shit, and that shit hit the fan. All of a sudden you're being looked at a certain way, when in reality that was just a private feeling that I thought that I was comfortable enough to share with you. Oh, I thought that was him, because you got some people that like sucking toes, and they don't want nobody to know that. They only want their private person, to their partner, to know that. So it's beautiful that you guys can share that and be open with. Once again, like I said, I always love when you guys share and express your real selves.
we be too much sometimes.
But
when you say share, you gotta let it, like, I ain't share everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
everybody understands the, like, come on, common sense. Like, but you can see the relationship, you guys. You see how you guys can talk and laugh about it and giggle about it, and he can say what he want to say, but it's not going to change how you see him. It's not going to change how you view him. It's not going to change how you feel about him, no matter what comes out of that mouth, whether it could be the most craziest shit. He probably like eating shit, but is the whole point, would you still love him if he ate shit? Would you still act a certain way if he ate shit? So it's just that side that we're confident.
You gotta specify on that one, because you could be like, oh, you ain't shit because he's a fucked up person, but at the same time, it could be like, he'll say something and I'll be like, damn, babe, you ain't shit for that one. You know what I mean?
Oh no, but that's not what I mean. I don't mean by character. I mean by he like eating shit. Like, that's a fetish that you privately accepted of him. I was an example of being dramatic. But what I'm saying is, okay, so what if he likes licking between the toes? Like, he's like one of those, like, you know what I'm saying? But he don't want nobody to. Or he likes to lick the ear, like, with don't care whether there's wax or not. It's just fetishes that some people can be embarrassed about. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
at the end of the day, if you're with your partner and it's something that you like, something that they like, nobody else got to know your business.
Exactly. But do you trust that partner enough to not project that in a negative way? Do you? And some, in reality, some of that usually takes an effect of those that are boyfriend and girlfriend, then it can easily part ways. Most marriages, that's usually used as a spice me up type of mechanism, or to do something outstanding, out the box, out of your comfort zone. So, and that's where that alter ego kind of lies, because when we have that alter ego, it gives us that push to do things that we are unexpected to do on a normal basis, or when we're not intoxicated, or when we're not influenced by other things that make us do things that we don't do or we won't remember the next day. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know.
And that's why
my alter ego got to come out when I'm intoxicated.
And that's majority of the like literally 90% of the time, that's when it come out. But you have like those that when they're at work or when they're about to perform, that it gives you that boost, But like, I always love when you guys are on. I always love when you guys share your opinions, and you guys are always hilarious and always basically spice up, or should I say, give it a good ending bang. But as everybody, like I always want to project, love yourself, be true to yourself, and always be honest with yourself. You can never live in a lie, because it's never going to influence anything else to come to you positive. I feel like when we continue to do things that we shouldn't do, it puts us in a position that we don't have control. And that's what we should always remember. Always remember, before you can love anyone else, you got to love yourself. Be confident with yourself. Be true to yourself, to let yourself know, like, when things are not right, don't put yourself in that position. Like, or once again, like how I said, love is in the air in this month. So if you haven't loved someone, love yourself 100% more.
This month?
Where we going?
Every fucking month. Fuck that.
It's supposed to be the month of love.
Valentine's Day. Fuck that.
It's supposed to be the month of love. But hey, listen, I'm gonna definitely catch up with you. If you guys don't got somewhere to go for the Super Bowl, you can definitely come this way. We having basically, we'll talk about that. On Sunday. We'll talk about that. But thank you so much, Lisa, for tuning in. You already know I'm about to get into a closing. But as always, you are a true supporter, and I love you for that. And once again, your opinions are always valid, and you are always welcome on the live with Ello for the People. But as everybody else, we're going to end this chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. And once again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties that we had along the way. But as you can see, we always make it happen. And when there's a will, there's a way. So, of course, we're going to tune in into the following week. Not this week, but the following week. Basically, after New Year's. New Year's. Check me out. After Valentine's Day. I'm already trying to have it 2023. That's a damn shame. I'm already living a year ahead, guys. Maybe that's just the one. I don't know. But as always, thank you so much for as always, thank you so much for tuning in with Ello for the People. I appreciate you. I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate you, Lisa, for always tag teaming with me throughout these evenings. We always put on the show. We always put on a show because they always talking about that girl with the curly hair, yo. That girl with the But I love it. It's always best to be talked about or not to be talked about at all. So that means we're doing something right, boo. That means we're doing something right. And to my understanding, we should be discussing about somebody's getting married soon. So there's more love in the air, guys. Yes. But once again, to all my supporters, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about this. Yes, you can talk shit about our technical difficulties. By all means, I love all the opinions, whether they're good or bad. Of course, you always want to sip and vent, talk about your business, love, peace, and harmony. Later, guys.